Welcome back to The Best Joker, our wee trip through an abandoned carnival of terrifying talent. This week, it's the turn of Jeff Bennett for Batman, the Brave and the Bold. Performance: 1 point. Before I begin, let me just say I love this show! Such a fun, fresh take on the Batman mythos that dives right into the Silver Age and brings out all the joy and adventure whilst incorporating enough Adam West era Batman into the mix to keep it exciting for kids and hilarious for adults. A mix of older heroes and villains, mostly those who haven't had the spotlight for a very long time, the cast of The Brave and the Bold is the most expansive and colourful one to ever feature in a Bat show. But despite the Clock King, the Music Meister, or Gorilla Grodd hogging the spotlight, occasionally the Caped Crusaders Central Rogues Gallery would take centre stage. Enter Jeff Bennett's Joker. A stark, energetic contrast to Deirdre Bater's calm and collected Batman, and with a voice like an alcoholic truffle, Bennett's tones are like the best bits of a Tim Curry performance. The lines of dialogue that are loud, overplayed, and delightfully decadent. Whenever his Joker stops by The Brave and the Bold, it's an event, and you are guaranteed to have a good time.
Ain't you gonna take his mask off and find out who he is?
And reduce my primal enemy to a mere man? Holly, my dear, I'm so disappointed in you. Where's the fun in that?
Story time! 1 point. Despite showing up only very rarely to begin with, this Joker began to menace the Dark Knight more and more as the seasons went by, and every time he showed up, it was like a mini-event in itself. Emperor Joker, based on the Superman arc of the same name, sees him hog all the attention, as Mr. J harnesses the powers of Batmite to become undisputed king of the universe, and heap torture after torture upon the unrelentingly noble Batman. In one of the show's best cold open sequences, the Joker hosts a roast of the Dark Knight, in front of an audience of every DC villain who's ever had beef with the Bat.
Live from an abandoned warehouse in Gotham City, it's the Joker's Superhero Celebrity Roast! Tonight's star-studded spectacular brings some of the greatest arch-villains together to dishonor our least favorite hero, Batman.
But the reason he gets the point in this category is down to the double appearance in the two-part story, Deep Cover for Batman and Game Over for Owlman. Also this Joker's first appearance, both as a heroic version of the Red Hood in Part 1 and as himself in Part 2. The Hood's role in the first episode is a great one and leaves plenty of teases that this universe's heroic version of Mr. J is 'neath the infamous helmet. Part 2 sees our Joker team up with the Batman to help stop Owlman, who is ruining the Dark Knight's good name and turning all of his friends against him. The reason the Joker wants to join forces with Bats? Because Owlman is upstaging him. What more reason does he need? Laugh factor: no points. I actually had to go back and find his cackle in an episode to remember what it sounded like. A really good hearty laugh, but it didn't happen often, and the fact that I had to go back into the episodes to find an instance of him doing it says quite a lot. Jeff did a good job, but the show never gave him a chance to really show it off. Era appropriate: no points. This is a weird one to figure out. Jeff's Joker is a Silver Age incarnation in a post-Nolan world, featuring in stories that were mostly adaptations of 80s comic book arcs. Oh, my head. A great portrayal nonetheless, but the world was not entirely tuned in to this type of Bat show at the time. Legacy: no points. Jeff's Mr. J sits firmly within this show, but with all animated Batmen in the shadow of the animated series, no one's really going to live beyond their program's run. Kids did, have, and will continue to enjoy this incarnation of the Joker on DVD and streaming services for many, many years to come. But Mr. Bennett doesn't immediately come to mind when you think of animated Jokers. Total: 2 out of 5.
There's only one thing wrong with our relationship. You always win!
Jeff Bennett's Joker and Batman the Brave and the Bold are worth checking out if you've never seen them before. But do you agree with the score? Or do you find this entire thing to be outrageous? Let me know in the comments below, and remember to give this video a thumbs up if Jeff is your favourite Joker. Next time around, I'm gonna need a truck. And something to wear. And some guys. But not these guys, however, because they're kinda dead.